Hello, hello! Welcome back to my channel. My name's Allee Cyrus. I am so excited to be able to go through this secret hack that changed my life. I literally learned it when I was like 20 to 24. But before we go into that, I want to tell you who I am. So I own multiple businesses. I am from small town Kentucky, but have lived in California, LA, and San Francisco. I have built multiple companies, and now I live in North Carolina on the beach, living my best life, and have really settled into just loving and embracing my ambition while also embracing my faith and a slower pace of life while still scaling companies, while still growing a family. And I want to help you do the same. So let's get into this hack, because I actually learned this and then I forgot it. And now in this season I've remembered it, and I'm like, did I just waste a decade of my life totally not processing this? I think I did, but you don't have to. So let's get into it. First things first, planning your life does not have to take very long. This entire channel should be proof of that, and I pray it is. But if it has taken you a long time, it actually took me a long time to be able to learn how to properly plan. It used to feel stressful. It felt like it would take forever, so I totally procrastinated. But I had learned something when working for some really famous people in different professions in different industries, and as I went hard in the paint and built my businesses and left it all in the field and just hustled my way through my 20s, as I've now turned 30, I'm like, wait, that probably wasn't the best way. And I think again, I love a hustle. I love trying everything. I think your 20s are for that. So do you, please, and understand that the most efficient and effective people in the world are not doing everything. And every single day they are resetting their calendar. And like I said, I watched my old bosses do this, and I watched them truly operate from a rigid, thought out, beautiful calendar and schedule that felt scary to me and almost suffocating, but for them it allowed them so much freedom. And now that I've implemented it in my life, I live in that freedom too, and I'm like, oh my gosh, everyone needs to know this. So first things first, planning your day, you should only take about 15 minutes for planning out your entire week, ideally with this method. But then two, every single day being able to just check in with what you outlined is going to be a game changer. So when you think about it, planning can seem like something that could take forever. This truly can take you about, 30 minutes a week collectively, but save you hours and hours, time, worry, stress, etc. When I was working for the different people I worked for multiple congressmen, I worked for some really high-powered CEOs across the nation. All of them had the same thing in common, and that was deep clarity on their schedule. And it's something that I didn't even notice because it was so ingrained in their life. I was just operating in their schedule as their social media manager, as their assistant, as the different ways that I showed up. And it was really natural, if that makes sense. And so I want you to understand, I didn't even notice it as someone who was chasing these people around for my career. And I don't think it was me being absent-minded. It was that it actually can be easy. Specifically, getting organized is not that much effort, and then staying with a process and a schedule is really honestly empowering. So you need to understand that. From there, we'll go into the first step of it. You have to be able to know where you are today. It literally does not matter where you want to be in 30 years. Should you be clear on that? Yes. But you have to be where you are today with the ideas that you have, with the resources that you have, with the time that you have, with the different things that you're stewarding. You have to be able to really be in today to be able to make anything of it. And they all do that so well. They maximize their day. They maximize the different areas of their life. There's a really beautiful amount of confidence and intention that they're able to balance because of their schedule and the organization that also leans into their identity. They know who they are, right? So the way that I actually do that, I created a method called the 30-90-30-90, and it's a reflective process. I actually have the video. I can teach you how to do it in 8 minutes right here. And you look at the last 30 days of your life, then the last 90, ask yourself some questions, then you plan your next 30 days and your next 90 days. And you could have a 35-year out vision, but you actually only have today. Your life is not planned by your vision, and your life is not defined by your action. You really have to remember that. And there's this duality to it, and sometimes it can feel heavy because you're but I kind of gotta hustle to make this happen. Wait, but if I don't rest and have a life, then I'm never gonna be happy, right? That is humanity. That's being a human. And the different people that I work for, or different people that I was able to run alongside, really balance that well and just utilize it in their day-to-day schedule. So do the 30-90-30-90 method. That's a mouthful, good luck saying it. And just allow yourself to be present and then go into the next step. 2, 3, and 4, you guys, actually this is 1, 2, 3. So 2, 3, and 4 are kind of duh. And that's why it's good. That is why this method actually can change your life, because they are things that just need to be covered that a lot of high achievers forget. And the people that I worked with actually prioritize this, and I think that's why they were able to become leaders in their industry and do so incredibly well with the things that they were stewarding. Once you're really grounded in your 30-90-30-90, then you're able to map out your week. So look at your month, right? Because your month has 4 parts, just like the year has 4 parts in quarters, right? So look at your month, look at what you have in front of you, and get really, really real about what you have on your calendar and what needs to be done. I feel like so many people make this mistake. They will see like just meetings in their calendar and things that they're doing to respond to other people in their calendar, and then they have a to-do list, but then they feel overwhelmed and overworked because they don't have enough time. That's because the things on your to-do list do not actually appropriately fit into your calendar. You're busy reacting and responding to the whole world all week, and then you're putting your things on the back burner. So sit down before you start a week and make sure that okay, I'm responding and taking care of different people and different things in these times, and then the things that I need to get done are actually in my calendar too. Account for that so that you actually have boundaries and a plan that seems viable. A lot of the times, again, things will bleed into the parts of your life that really matter. So I want you to be able to look at your week and say wow, I would be really proud of myself if I was looking at this and I was 18 or if I was 48. Being able to have that balance in that thought process is going to allow you to feel a little bit more grounded. So plan your week. Be realistic with your week. You cannot do everything in one week. Make sure that you have a life to live outside of, the walls of your calendar within working, and utilize it and love it and get excited. So have that week planned. Number 3 is going to be plan your food. Plan your food. So many high achievers don't eat. I'm one of them. It is really hard for me. I will get in a hyper focus mode and wake up in 36 hours. And thank God I have a husband, because now I can't do that, right? But specifically, some people are a little bit more accustomed to getting extremely focused. Some people are more accustomed to getting distracted. Honestly, I would say it's seasonal for different people as well. Food is so important. Fuel is so important. And so allow yourself to schedule in and figure out how you're going to be eating and how you're going to work breaks in around being able to nurture and nourish yourself. I would say take it a step further too, and saying I'm going to eat now and then I'm going to do a little bit of movement. The type of work, the amount of work, and the quality of work that you can do in a day will dramatically increase if you have a break to nourish yourself and move your body and then get back in. I promise, working through lunch does not win any medals. I used to do that all the time. My work was not as good. With these very influential people I was able to work with, they did not skip meals. They knew exactly what they were eating. They knew when they were working out. They knew how to wake up and when to go and what time, and they were really empowered by that, and that's how they were able to do all the things that they did while balancing the rest of their life. And so being able to prioritize taking care of yourself is key, and that starts with food. Number 4 is scheduling in fun. Everyone forgets this. And one thing that surprised the heck out of me was some of these people that, again, I'm not going to name drop, but some of these people who are my clients who I was able to work alongside, some of them were friends, they had more fun than anyone I knew. And the people who were the most miserable and the most focused on hustling were actually significantly behind the people that I'm talking about, right? When we rise above the people that you might think are hustlers and killing it, and you look at the highest percentile of people industry to industry, they are utilizing their schedule. They understand what they're doing day to day, week to week. They are actually nourishing their self and prioritizing their body, and they are having fun. And it's not really just a work hard, play hard mentality, but they are realizing like I only have one life and I really need to make sure I'm living it with what I'm doing. And it's so cool to be able to like see it in real life. And I remember I was like 20, I want to say 2021, when one of the people I worked for was like never in the office, you guys, like, and when he worked, he was working. Like he was on like an animal. We would like meet at the Black Escalade in the morning, and I'd have the little schedule and I'd be like, you have an engagement for every single minute the next 9 hours, you know? And he'd be like, all right, let's do it. But then also I would wake up on Friday and he would be in the Bahamas somehow. And I didn't understand that. But then he would come back on Monday and he was like totally renewed, energized, ready to hit the road. And he just brought so much charisma and life and honestly like so much love to what he did, because he understood that balance, because he did have that fun, because he did prioritize his family, but he knew he needed to get work done, right? And again, what I learned from him, I've seen again and again and again in some of the people that I've been able to work with. And I just want that for you too. You don't have to wait to be like a multi-millionaire or a billionaire or a congressman or, you know, whatever feels successful for you to live like this now. They actually adopted these habits and these tendencies when they were where you are, and that is what put them ahead and gave them the longevity to run the race that was not just a sprint but a marathon, because the people who win are the people who don't quit. And I want you to be one of those. So I hope that these 4 steps really helped you. I hope they brought you clarity, and I just want you to know it literally takes 15 minutes at the start of your week for your entire life to change. Check out that 30-90-30-90 and get clear on it, revisit it, and then from there, make sure that you are clear, you are nourished, and you are nurturing the fun within you, because life is not about work. We really need to live as humans first. You deserve that. So go apply all of this. Please, if you have any questions, I would love to answer them below. So go ahead and drop them, and then make sure you subscribe to this video and join the family, because we are always talking about planning, optimization, and just becoming better as ambitious women. So with that, have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.